formidable predators that are the true masters of their ecosystem.
Wait. YouTube. Seven predators that hunt and prey at least 4 times their own size.
Our planet
Check it out.
is home to many formidable predators that are the true masters of their ecosystems, but there are quite a few hunters that often go under the radar. We tend to judge how deadly a predator is based on how large they are or how potent their venom is, but maybe we should judge them based on how large their prey is relative to their size. There are many small, nimble predators that hunt prey many times their own size, but even some of the largest apex predators are capable of doing this too. In today's video, I'll be going through just a few animals that have proven that size doesn't matter when it comes to being a top predator, and to find our first animal, we'll be heading over to Asia. The dhole is a canine native to South and Southeast Asia, and its appearance can change dramatically across its range. In warmer climates, they can appear almost completely reddish-brown with a black tail, and in colder climates, they have longer, thicker fur with a splash of white on their underside. This colour scheme makes them appear almost fox-like, but these canines are much more fearsome and shouldn't be underestimated. Animals that live in harsh, competitive ecosystems are often more aggressive and hardy than their counterparts that live in ecosystems with fewer dangerous animals, and this is definitely the case for the dhole. The dhole not only has to fear and compete with other predators such as tigers, leopards and crocodiles, but they also have to face dangerous herbivores and omnivores such as sloth bears, elephants and rhinos. The relationships that the dhole has with these animals is really quite surprising, as they're able to challenge other predators and even hunt some of the largest herbivores in their ecosystem. The main reason behind their ability to do these impressive feats is that they hunt in packs, and they form very strong bonds within their groups. These groups usually number around 5 to 12 individuals, but extra large groups can number up to 30 individuals. Groups of this size demand to be respected, and there have even been unconfirmed reports of dholes scaring off tigers from fresh kills. In most cases, dholes will choose to avoid big cats because they can easily fall prey to them if they are not careful. The average weight of a fully grown dhole is around 15 kilograms, but they are capable of taking down prey many times their own size. Like many canines, they are known for their stamina, and they will chase down their prey for hours at a time until they are completely exhausted. They will hunt most medium to large-sized animals in their ecosystem, with some of the largest animals being the mighty bangtang and gaur. Of course, it's very rare for dholes to attack fully grown males, but if we take the average size of both of these animals, then the dholes are taking down prey around 50 times their own size. In my opinion, this makes the dhole one of the most impressive predators on this planet, and they really don't seem to think that their small stature is an issue. Polar bears may not seem like an obvious inclusion on this list, as they are one of the largest apex predators on this planet. Most people are aware of the power and size of this formidable predator, and it's one of the few predators that see humans directly as a food source. They are the largest extant species of bear, and they are closely related to the smaller brown bear. Famously, these two bears can interbreed, and this may become a more common occurrence as polar bears are forced further south in search of food. Polar bears mostly feed on the many species of seal in their habitat, with ringed seals making up the majority of their diet. Polar bears are opportunistic predators and they fear no animals in their ecosystem, and this means that they see all that they come across as a potential meal. They'll feed on walruses that can be twice their own size, but in some rare cases they'll target animals that are much more intelligent and much larger. Beluga whales are extremely intelligent Arctic cetaceans, and they use echolocation to find their prey in the world's frigid northern waters. At first, it may seem impossible for the polar bears to hunt such a large whale as they are much faster and better suited in the water, but the polar bears hunt them when they are most vulnerable. Beluga whales are often trapped between sea ice, and they are forced to wait for the ice to thaw before they can move to a different location. This is when the polar bears choose to attack, and they catch the beluga whales completely off guard. Fortunately for the belugas, most polar bear hunts are unsuccessful, as they have a hunting success rate of less than 2%. When they are able to make a beluga whale kill, it really illustrates just how powerful they really are, as some beluga whales can weigh 1.9 tons. This means that some of the largest beluga whales are 4.2 times the size of an average male polar bear. So the fact that it's even possible for the polar bear to kill belugas is really quite impressive.
That's like,
so even though they're the largest bears in the world, they still have a place on this list. And I definitely wouldn't want to meet one in the wild.
Hell no.
The stoat is a small species of mustelid that can be found over large parts of the northern hemisphere, and it's often underestimated by predators and prey alike. It's the smallest predator on this list with an average weight of around 260 grams, but the males are much larger than the females. Mustelids are an interesting group of animals, as they are known for being extremely feisty and taking on animals that are much larger and more powerful than themselves. One of the most famous members of this family is the honey badger, and this animal owes its fame to its ability to take on some of the deadliest animals in Africa and survive. The stoat isn't as hardy and reckless as its famous family member, but it's a much better hunter and it's even taken over foreign lands. It's known for being one of the worst invasive species in the world, as it's able to hunt most small to medium-sized animals that it comes across, and it's very hard to control once it's established. It's caused the most problems in New Zealand, where it's caused major declines and even contributed to the extinctions of many endemic birds. Across their native range, they tend to focus on mammalian prey, with hamsters, voles and pikas making up a large portion of their diet. Ironically, in some places across their range, they actually prey on other so-called invaders, and these invaders are among the largest animals that they target. European rabbits were introduced into the UK in the 12th century, and since then they have multiplied and they make up a large portion of the stoat's diet in the region. At first, it might not seem very impressive to take down a rabbit as they aren't the most ferocious creatures, but it's impressive for the stoat as rabbits are much larger than them. European rabbits can weigh up to 2.25 kilograms, and this means that they can be over 8 times the size of an average stoat. This is a really impressive feat for such a small predator. And next up is another mustelid that lives up to its family's reputation.
Pretty cool.
The wolverine is the largest land-dwelling member of the mustelid family, and it can be found across large areas of the northern hemisphere. It's extremely muscular for its size, and it'll challenge other larger carnivores in its ecosystem. Wolverines are found in the same ecosystem as wolves, bears, lynx, and even cougars. But in most cases, they are able to avoid these predators if they want to. Wolverines have an impressive sense of smell, and they are also extremely stinky. They can use their sense of smell to find carrion buried under the snow, and they also use their scent to communicate with one another. This is the reason behind their musky smell, and their smell is so pungent that they are often referred to as skunk bears or nasty cats. Wolverines are known for being intelligent and elusive animals, and they can travel up to 15 miles in one day in search of food. At first glance, the wolverine doesn't look as deadly as a bear or a wolf, but they can take down the same prey as these larger predators. Wolverines are primarily scavengers, but they won't pass at a prey animal if they come across them. They mostly target small to medium-sized mammals such as rodents and small deer, and they'll even target other predators such as Canadian lynx. Even though it's an extremely rare occurrence, sometimes particularly powerful individual wolverines can take down moose. There is no evidence to suggest that they can take down fully grown males in their prime, but females and young are more likely options. Adult moose infected with brainworms are much easier meals, and their strong bite force means that they can easily land a killer blow. The average weight for a male wolverine is around, so they can infected with brainworms are much easier meals, and their strong bite force means that they can easily land a killer blow. The average weight for a male wolverine is around 15 kilograms, and this means that a female or young male moose can be around 30 times its size. This is why wolverines have such a menacing reputation, and these stinky predators really aren't to be messed with.
Stinky bears.
The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard in the world, and it's also one of the largest venomous animals. Most animals that are found on island ecosystems are smaller than their mainland relatives, but the opposite is true for the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon was once found in Australia, but today only its smaller relatives are found in the country. This beast has survived on a few Indonesian islands, and it's the unchallenged apex predator in these ecosystems. It's not that surprising that Komodo dragons can take down large prey as they can weigh up to 160 kilograms, but even the smaller specimens can take down giants. For years it was believed that Komodo dragons could kill with one bite because they had deadly bacteria in their mouths, but we now know that Komodo dragons and other monitor lizards are mildly venomous. This venom is not able to kill on its own, but with the addition of shock and blood loss it becomes very deadly. The Komodo dragon will feed on a variety of animals in its ecosystem, with the majority of its diet being made up of wild pigs and deer. In some very rare cases, they have been known to target humans, and they will even dig up the dead to feed on their carcasses.
Wow.
If Komodo dragons work together, or if they are given the opportunity to cause a substantial wound, they are even able to take down the massive water buffalo. These giants weigh around 450 kilograms on average, and this is around 5 times the size of a male Komodo dragon on average. With its hunting ability, it's surprising that it went extinct in Australia in the first place, and you could argue that it would be able to survive there today. The spotted hyena, also known as the laughing hyena, is an animal that's often misunderstood, as their portrayal in media is very different from the truth. It's common for spotted hyenas to be depicted as cowardly scavengers, but they hunt as often or in some cases more than lions. They will steal food from smaller, weaker predators in their ecosystem, and if they have numbers on their side, they will even challenge lions. In many cases, lions will also steal kills from hyenas, so the relationships between these two species are more complicated than you might think. This is why lions and spotted hyenas are natural enemies, as they are in constant battle over territories and prey. The spotted hyena is the largest of the 4 species of hyena, and despite what some people think, they are not canines. In fact, they are more closely related to cats than they are to dogs, but they are in a separate family altogether. In the spotted hyena world, females are much larger, and they are also the dominant sex. On average, female hyenas weigh around 55 kilograms, and they put this size to good use. They hunt many large animals in their ecosystem, including wildebeest and zebras, and in some very rare cases, they can even take down one of the most dangerous herbivores in the region. The African buffalo is one of the deadliest herbivores in Africa, as they are known to claim the lives of many African predators, and they even claim the lives of humans too. This is why they have garnered the nicknames of Widowmaker and Black Death, and only the largest and most powerful predators names of Widowmaker and Black Death, and only the largest and most powerful predators names of Widowmaker and Black Death, and only the largest and most powerful predators in Africa will target them. Spotted hyenas don't usually target African buffaloes because of differences in habitat preference and because of the danger, but sometimes when they do meet, it can become very ugly. It's extremely rare for hyenas to take down fully grown males, but the females and the young are sometimes targeted. Female African buffaloes weigh around 500 kilograms on average, so this is around 9 times the size of an average female spotted hyena. So even though these boisterous creatures are often seen as scavengers, they are in fact one of the most impressive predators in Africa. Some argue that the orca is the most impressive predator on this planet, and really it's easy to see why. They are the true masters of the ocean, and they feed on a wide range of prey across their range. As well as being impressive predators, they are also very mysterious and intelligent creatures. For years, they have only been classified as one species, but experts believe that this should have been changed a long time ago. There are many different types of orca, and these types have been described as ecotypes. Different ecotypes differ greatly in appearance, and they also differ in behaviour too. Some orcas only really feed on fish and get on with other cetaceans, whereas other orcas feed on marine mammals and will hunt other cetaceans that they come across. Famously, these giants have never killed a human in the wild, and there are many theories as to why this is. My best performing video was on this topic, and it's something that fascinates people around the world. Some argue that they are trying to hunt us today by sinking boats, but most experts believe that they do this because it's fun, and they haven't attacked any of the people in the water after they have sunk their boats.
To me, bro.
They tend to focus on more traditional prey, and this includes the largest animal alive today and one of the largest animals to have ever lived.
Blue whale?
Blue whales are often targeted
Bro,
by orcas,
but
as you can imagine, they aren't the easiest meal in the world. They have to work together and weaken the giants over time, and a few of these brutal hunts have been witnessed over the years.
Damn.
The average weight of a male orca is around 4.5 tons, but this is dwarfed by the average weight of a blue whale, which is around 105 tons.
Okay.
This means that the blue whale is over 23 times larger than the average male orca, and this is one of the many reasons why people believe that they are the deadliest predators on this planet.
You know?
Of course, there are many other animals that could have made it into this video, so if you think you know of any, then let me know down in the comments below.
That's good vids, bro. But look, many more to come. With that being said, till next time, YouTube.